Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on Batman Soul of the Dragon. Now, as you know, Batman Soul of the Dragon is a recent 2021 direct-to-video superhero film that is meant to be the fourth entry in the DC animated original movies line, as well as being directed by Sam Lee, as well as being produced by Bruce Timm, and pretty much the story is meant to take place in a 1970s element. Before tablets, before Kindles, before fancy game consoles, and the premise of the film is meant to be about Bruce Wayne, who is just becoming Batman, and of course meets up with Richard Dragon, who needs his help in stopping the organization Cobra from unleashing a dangerous serpent god known as Naga. So, of course, together with Shiva, Richard Dragon, you can kind of tell they have to kind of go in, stop the bad guys, and of course try and save the day. Now, I think what I like about the movie is that it really captures the 1970s style of kung fu action films. And keep in mind that martial artists like Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Chuck Norris, and so many other martial artists were able to give us those sort of old 70s kung fu sort of flicks. And I think you can kind of tell Sam Lee and the other team really do capture the element. And I would say that each character has a certain trait. Bruce Wayne is basically the one in the sidelines, so you don't see him as much as Batman. Richard Dragon is basically the one who's trying to get the team together. Shiva is basically the deadly sort of silent assassin. And also Bronze Tiger is basically meant to be the over the top character, but you can kind of tell he does have a good heart. And I think what makes some of the scenes work is when it goes to a flashback, you can kind of tell they really know what they're trying to do. And of course, we are introduced in the flashback to two other fighters, known as Jade, who is meant to be Cheshire, and Rip Jagger, who is meant to be Judo Master. So of course it's kind of obvious to what's going to happen to the other two, so there's no need to explain it. But I think what the film also does well at is that it doesn't need Batman throughout the film. It's just Bruce Wayne training in the martial arts and helping his former classmates. And to be fair, in the comics, in other DC media with Batman, we have seen him train with other characters before he became Batman. In the DC Lego movies, he trained with Deathstroke. And of course, in Batman the Animated Series, we did see him also train with a kind of original created character for some episodes. And I think what I also like about the organization Cobra, they really know how to go with that old cheesy kind of old 70s flick with an evil over-the-top organization. And they really do a good job in paying it off. And I know that IMDb's rating is quite low, but people gotta remember that Bruce Wayne has basically been Batman with and without the mask, and that was the point of Bruce Wayne's character. And I would also say what I do like about the movie is that if you're a fan of martial arts films, or if you're someone who likes to see the 1970s nostalgia, then yeah, this is pretty much your movie. So I think by the end of it, Batman Soul of the Dragon is an enjoyable movie. It's got the old 70s nostalgia, kung fu flicks, and if you're a fan of Jackie Chan, Chuck Norris, and Bruce Lee films, then this is your film. So I think it deserves a thumbs up. Still good and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.